Today we're talking about something that could be the missing piece in your teaching journey. Coaching. Not the type where I hand you a whistle and tell you to go out on the court. Been there. It was fun, but that's not this kind of coaching. It's not the type of coaching where someone's going to come in and say, do exactly what the district says. Instead, it's the kind that actually helps you grow, helps you breathe, and find joy in teaching again. Hey friends, welcome to Enjoy Teaching Again, the podcast for teachers who love the work but need a little spark to bring the joy back. I'm your host, Elizabeth Peterson, classroom teacher, arts integration specialist, and passionate educator of over 25 years. If you're overwhelmed by behaviors, disengaged students, and long, exhausting days, you are not alone. But together, we can turn things around and you can teach with confidence and purpose again. So locate that cold coffee of yours, find your favorite pen, I know you have one, and let's dive in. It's time to get inspired and enjoy teaching again. Elizabeth is a wealth of knowledge. I love her calm and encouraging voice. It feels as if I'm sitting and drinking coffee with a wise friend. This podcast is a must for any teacher wanting to raise the game in their classroom while also maintaining their own joy and peace. That wasn't me tooting my own horn. That was a review from Aubrey. Thank you so much, Aubrey. I just love getting reviews like this. You know, getting these reviews is such a light to what I am doing. You know, doing a podcast is not like social media. I'm not just waiting for likes and comments and things like that underneath each episode. Instead, I'm just putting this out there and hoping it's landing. And I can tell from the reviews that it's landing with so many of you. So thank you so much, Aubrey, and all the people who have left me reviews so far. And I would love to hear from you too. And if you haven't left a review yet, now is the time. You'll hear about it a little bit later inside this episode, but if you leave a review, you're going to be entered into a fantastic giveaway that's happening right now. So leave a review. I can't wait to hear from you, and let's get back into the episode. Let me guess. You've looked for support at school, but what you found is a lunchroom full of complaints and negativity. Eesh, I know, same. Or maybe you've gone to a PD session that left you with more questions than answers. And meanwhile, the behaviors in your classroom, they're still happening. The stress, it's still rising. You know that you're a good teacher, but sometimes you feel alone or overwhelmed or unsure of what to really do next. And that is where coaching comes in. There was a teacher, let's call her Jessica, who would pop into my room now and then. Sometimes it was about curriculum, other times it was a tricky student, occasionally just a quick, what would you do about a colleague issue. We'd talk for a few minutes, and then at the end, she'd smile big and say, "Thank you so much." What she didn't realize, that was coaching. She left those little chats feeling lighter, more confident, and ready to take some action. Let's take a few minutes to break this down and look at what coaching can actually do for you as a teacher. For one, it brings clarity when you are in chaos. Coaching with someone who has an outside perspective can help you to actually zoom out and then spot what's really going on. Let me give you an example. I was working with a teacher a number of years ago who was battling with daily disruptions from one particular student. And as we were talking through certain things, we realized that what he really needed was a calm emotional entry each morning. This is something that teacher just really didn't fully understand, didn't really get how she could approach this type of morning greeting that would actually help this kid throughout the entire day. So we talked about a few strategies, some ways for her to greet him in an appropriate way that would really start to build a relationship. And then we even talked about how after she got a decent relationship, she could even add in a couple other things. Maybe a 2-minute sketch time, a chance to check out a favorite book. And her purposeful thinking through that whole ordeal really helped to change everything. It only took about a week and a half for that kid's behavior to turn completely around at the beginning of the day. Now, of course, there were times where things got a little tricky, a little iffy, but the thing is that set the groundwork for her to be able to handle those tricky things much better. And as I was able to check in with her at various points as the school year progressed, we were able to talk about other strategies that would work for this particular student. The honest truth is, when you're in the middle of it and it feels so overwhelming and so chaotic, it's often the case that you just don't know how to dig out of that little hole. And a fresh new perspective can be the difference between sinking deeper into that hole versus getting yourself out and rising to the top. Another thing coaching can do is it replaces overwhelm with some action. So instead of spinning your wheels, you can leave a coaching session with a next step, something that's gonna really work. One teacher came to me with a lot of overwhelm, mostly due to the district putting so many incentives on top of everything else that she was expected to do in that particular year. So we worked together and sorted out all the things that she felt that she was expected to do and focused in on some of the most important things. The beauty of her working with me was that I had an outside perspective, while also having an understanding of all that she's going through, because I'm living this teacher life as well. So together we were able to look at all the things on her to-do list and really narrow it down so that things were much more manageable, much more realistic, and in the end, much more productive and doable. A third thing that coaching can do, and this might be my favorite, is that it really reignites your creativity and your joy in teaching. Coaching can give you permission to teach in a way that lights you up, but not just permission, a direct avenue to take. I've had so many teachers come to me looking to integrate things that they love into their content. Maybe they wanted to do some movement or they wanted to integrate music, but they just didn't know where to start. There were actually a couple of high school ELA teachers a number of years ago that I was able to work with and help them come out with this amazing, fully arts integrated unit on the Odyssey. They incorporated dance and movement, music, visual art, storytelling, and drama. They were so excited about it, and I was excited about it, and their students were so excited about it too. This is the kind of work that can truly reignite your creativity and help you to enjoy teaching again. And that's really what this is all about, because your joy will absolutely affect your students in a very positive way. And that's the power of coaching. It brings your spark back. It provides you with the opportunity to work with someone who sees you and listens and helps you take the right next step for you. You're not going to find this kind of clarity in a district-wide initiative. And let's be real, teacher lounges, teacher lunchrooms are great for a laugh, but not always for professional growth. Coaching can fill that gap. It's reflective, it's encouraging, and it's personalized. And that's why I created the Classroom Reset. It's a teacher-centered group coaching program that brings calm and connection and creativity back to your classroom. Not only do you get access to my reset framework, but we meet monthly, troubleshoot real challenges, and grow together. And to give you a taste of what this type of coaching can do for you, I'm having a very special giveaway. I'm giving away 3 coaching sessions plus a few goodies to celebrate you and our podcast community as we sync ourselves into this new school year. Here's what you could win: a 30-minute coaching call with me, a coupon for 10% off everything inside my TPT store, and a $25 Amazon gift card. And here's what you need to do. To enter, write a positive review for this podcast or share your favorite episode with a friend. Then you're going to take a screenshot of what you've done and post it inside our Inspiring Teachers Facebook community with hashtag giveaway. I'm taking entries starting on September 16th all the way through the 23rd, and then I'll announce the winners on September 26th. Notice I said winners because I'm giving away 3 of these gift bundles. Each of the 3 winners will get a 30-minute coaching call with me and a 10% off of my entire TPT store and a $25 Amazon gift card. Pretty sweet deal, right? So here's what you need to do again. Ready? All you have to do is these 3 easy steps. Step 1, write a positive review for the podcast, or if you've already written a review, you can share your favorite episode with a friend. Secondly, take a screenshot of what you've done. And thirdly, post that screenshot inside our Inspiring Teachers Facebook community with the hashtag giveaway. And you can go do that right now, okay? Entries are open from September 16th to the 23rd, and I will be announcing the 3 winners on the 26th. Listen, if you're tired of figuring it out all on your own, you don't have to. You're allowed to want help. You're allowed to want joy again. And you're worthy of some real, encouraging, supportive coaching from someone who gets it and wants to work with you. If you're looking for someone to brainstorm ideas, problem solve classroom challenges, or just help you fall back in love with teaching, hello, I'm Elizabeth. I'm your girl. Join the Classroom Reset or enter the giveaway and let's do this together. I hope this episode inspired you, encouraged you, or gave you a fresh idea to try. And if so, I would love for you to take a screenshot and text it to one of your teaching buddies. I'm so grateful that you landed here with me today, and it would mean the world to me if you would leave me a review over on Apple Podcast. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll catch you on the next episode. This is Elizabeth Peterson reminding you to get inspired so you can be inspiring to your students and enjoy teaching again.